Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now welcome to another one of my quick and honest fragrance reviews. And whilst I admit that my fragrance collection is quite expansive, I'll be honest, it's got a bit out of hand. I've probably got a couple of hundred fragrances in total. But in truth, there are only a small handful that I turn to time and time again when I want something reliable, trustworthy, and just delivers for me when I need a fragrance to enhance my mood or add a little element of class to the way that I want to project myself to the world. And one of the fragrances which has always been my go-to has been this fellow here. And it is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Now, Bleu de Chanel has been around for a few years. I think it's 2010 they entered the Chanel portfolio, but this model, the Parfum version, only became available in 2018. And for me, when I compare this with the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum, this one, is by far the best quality, the best performer in the collection. As you might imagine, it's the more expensive, but you know, you've got to go where the quality is more often than not. What's the point of having something cheap if it doesn't perform to the best of its ability? And of course, Chanel Bleu, it really does bring an olfactory layer of class to most situations. I think it is without doubt probably Chanel's most successful fragrance in its current gentleman's portfolio, without doubt. And you know, it has been for a long time now. Although, I mean, it's fair to say, looking at the Chanel range as a whole, I don't think there's a single dud in the collection. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Chanel men's fragrances. They're a good quality, they offer a really good product for the price point. The price point's climbing up, but Chanel, or Bleu de Chanel, is definitely, I think, right up there at the very top of their offering at the moment. It is a woody, aromatic fragrance which is really fresh and zesty when applied. It gives you this sort of sense of cleanliness, and that's how it projects onto other people. And I mean, let's just get it on the back of the hand, just top up my own fragrance. I applied this one this morning already. Oh, just drink in the olfactory elixir of fragrance, and it is beautiful. Oh yeah, it's just so glorious when applied, and you know, you can't go wrong. So let me tell you about what its components are. What does it smell like? Well, at the top notes, which you just get straight away when you put it on, very zesty, very lemony, and it is said to contain lemon zest, bergamot, mint, and artemisia. Crikey knows what artemisia is, but it's very zesty and very fragrant for sure. The heart of the fragrance, where it sort of dies down to a little, you get lavender, pineapple and geranium. There's a little bit of sweetness there, which I think you can determine as pineapple with the educated nostril. And in the base, and as I would often say, which is my favourite piece of this, it's the woodsiness, and it has sandalwood, cedarwood, amberwood and tonka bean. So lots of woody fragrances there. So how can you wear this? I'm keeping it short and sweet today because I don't want this to drag on into a long drawn out homage video to Bleu de Chanel. I'm just giving you the straight facts. Seasonally, really, this is an absolute blinder because you can wear it any season and it's appropriate. I tend to favour it in the summer months because that zestiness just works well. But to be honest, it's just as good in the winter. And there are a few fragrances which are overall annual solid performers. But I think Bleu, maybe that's why it's so successful. It definitely does. Seasonally, so I've talked about seasons. I've talked about the age range. Again, this is why this one is so successful. You can wear this from 18 up to 88. It doesn't matter. It is really transitional across any age bracket, I think. Easily worn by anybody. Time of the day which you can wear this. Again, such a performer. Anytime. You can wear this if you're, you know, in the office with other people. They're going to notice it, right? They're going to tell you what a wonderful fragrance you've got on there. Or if you're going out in the evening, you can wear it and it's going to perform very well indeed. Is it something you can wear as a signature fragrance, maybe to a special occasion, going out for a meal, you know, with the Secretary General of the United Nations or somebody like that, if you get invited for dinner? Yes, you can. It's not going to offend anybody, it's not going to bother anybody, and they're going to notice that zesty, cleanly fragrance that you're emanating. It's going to work out well for you. Projection. I've heard people say that they don't like the projection on this. It's not a strong performer. I think the Parfum version does perform well. I would say it's good. It is not exceptional by any means, but it's good. It's acceptable for me. The longevity, how long does it last on the skin? Low end of good, I would say. Again, it's not something that's, you know, it's going to be on your skin for 6 or 7 hours. I'm going to say a couple of hours, and then it, you know, it has retracted to a skin scent only. But definitely for the first few hours you put it on there, it's working well. People are going to notice when you enter a room. Third-party comments. This is a huge compliment grabber. People love Bleu by Chanel. It is just something which has really hit home with people from the get-go. I think it's that fresh zestiness. Who doesn't like that? The bottle, I mean, all Chanel bottles are a little bit different, and the Bleu, it's a simple blue square. Anything particular about it? Not really. You can tell what sort of version of it is, if it's Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum. They've got different coloured writing on it. The Parfum has got a sort of almost gilt colour on it. The top, interestingly, is magnetic, which is novelty, but in essence, it's what's inside the bottle's important, but the bottle is easily recognisable. Maybe if you're giving it as a gift, it might be important to know it's an attractive bottle. And its value. Value's been climbing on this one. I mean, most Chanels are fairly accessible when it comes to price, but when you go into the Parfums and the Elixir versions, they start to climb up. This Parfum Bleu de Chanel is £100 for 50 millilitres, so it's quite expensive. This 100 millilitre bottle, which I'm halfway through at the moment, costs about £200. So quite expensive. I mean, it's the top end of what I would personally pay for any men's fragrance. However, I'm happy to pay it for Chanel Bleu because it just bloody works. It's something which just performs. And as I've always said, I don't mind paying good money for good things. So, in conclusion, what can I say about it? It's possibly the best thing which Chanel has in their collection for men at the moment, to my nostril. They've got a very good collection. There's no duds in there at all, but I think Bleu de Chanel is absolutely their winner. You can wear it at any time, in the day, in the evening, at a wedding, you know, in the office. It's really got you covered for any time of year as well. So it is really a multi-seasonal, multi-generational, multi-situational fragrance, which, although is a little expensive, performs adequately and is really going to hit home with the people that you encounter. That fresh, aromatic, zesty fragrance, it's something which I've yet to find somebody who dislikes. So, there you go, might be worth giving it a try. I hope you've enjoyed this quick, honest fragrance review. If you have, thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more. You can support the channel, leave me a comment, drop me an email, buy me a coffee, or even become a patron, because I make extra videos for my patrons too. So until the next time, take care, smell great, and I'll see you again very soon.